Imagine a complete, thick darkness of the underworld. No light, no hope. You stand in a vast hall where the air is cold and heavy like stone. Your heart, still beating, is ripped from your chest and placed on one side of the golden scales. On the other side, just a single white feather of the goddess Ma'at. If your heart is even slightly heavier, from the shadows, a monster slowly emerges, part crocodile, part lion, part hippopotamus. It opens its jaws and devours your soul forever. And the only one who can stop this nightmare is the god with the head of a black jackal. Today, we're diving deep into the darkest and most terrifying secret of ancient Egypt, the Book of the Dead, and its true master, Anubis. Most people think Anubis was simply the god of death. They're wrong. He was older than Osiris. He was the god of mummification, the guardian of tombs, and the first one to touch the dead. At night, jackals prowled around Egyptian necropolises, black shadows searching for corpses among the graves. The Egyptians saw them as messengers of death and gave Anubis the form of a jackal, black fur, sharp ears, cold eyes. Black wasn't just the color of mourning, it was the color of the fertile Nile silt, the symbol of rebirth and eternal night. Legend says when the evil god Set murdered and tore Osiris into pieces, Anubis collected his body in complete darkness, washed it, wrapped it in the finest linen, and brought it back to a semblance of life. From that day on, all embalmers wore jackal masks. In dimly lit workshops filled with the smell of resins, natron, and death, they became Anubis. Their knives cut open the body, removed the brain through the nose, emptied the organs, while the god with the head of a jackal watched silently. It wasn't a book in the way we understand it. It was hundreds of spells written on fragile papyrus scrolls, placed inside the coffin or between the mummy's bandages. The rich ordered luxurious scrolls with bright drawings of demons and gods. The poor got cheap standard copies. Its real name was Book of Coming Forth by Day, or Book of Coming Forth into the Light. But in reality, it was a guide through a nightmare. Without these spells, the soul could get lost in the dark, monster-filled Duat, the Egyptian underworld, where every turn could be the last. And now we come to the most terrifying ritual. You stand in the Hall of Two Truths. The silence presses against your ears. Only the heavy breathing of a monster somewhere in the shadows. Anubis, with his black hands, carefully places your heart on one side of the scales. On the other, a light, almost weightless feather of Ma'at, the symbol of absolute truth. The Egyptians believed the heart was not just an organ, it contained your entire life, every good deed, every lie, every crime, every secret thought. It remembered everything, and it could betray you. If the scales tip and your heart sinks lower, from the darkness slowly rises Ammit, the devourer of the dead. Head of a crocodile, with massive teeth capable of tearing flesh in an instant. Body and front legs of a powerful lion, fast and merciless. hind legs of a heavy hippopotamus, the most dangerous animal of the Nile, which drowns and rips apart its victims. She doesn't just kill, she devours the heart completely, and then your soul is gone forever. No field of reeds, no eternal life, not even oblivion, only complete annihilation, the second, final death. That's why they placed spell 30B on the heart scarabs. O my heart, do not rise up against me as a witness before the judges. Do not speak against me in the presence of the great God. Do not make me heavy before the scales. Before the weighing, the soul had to stand before 42 terrifying judge gods, each responsible for a specific sin. In the complete silence of the hall, you recite the negative confession. I have not killed. I have not stolen. I have not lied. I have not committed adultery. I have not offended the gods. One stumble, one lie, and the scales would tip. Anubis stands motionless, his yellow jackal eyes staring straight into your soul. He does not judge. He ensures everything is fair and merciless. Even after Osiris became the king of the underworld, Anubis remained the one people feared and prayed to the most. His jackal-headed statues were placed at the entrances of tombs to scare away robbers. He protected the body, guided the soul through the dark corridors of the Duat, and decided whether it was worthy of eternity. Osiris may have ruled, but Anubis decided who was even allowed to enter his kingdom. So the next time you see an ancient statue with the head of a jackal in the dim light of a museum, remember, this is not just a mythological figure. This is the God in whose black hands your eternity rested. The God who could lead you into the light, or calmly step aside and let Ammit tear your soul to pieces under the cold gaze of the scales. This is the real, dark, blood-chilling truth about Anubis and the Book of the Dead.